which roamer makes the play first.
Hey, man.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, definitely. So I actually think that the medic versus medic matchup's gonna be interesting as well here. Nursey actually has like a lot of fans here, and that's because we're on North American soil.
Yep.
I feel like that helps out a little bit here as we head into this first round of this match: Froyotech versus Jasmine T.
Paulson, the leader of the Aussies, getting in early, meeting up with Habib across the map. Stamens and Sicky's not connecting any just yet. I'm waiting for who's going to pull the trigger here. It looks like we have Zaka jumping in behind, and look at that, just like that. Blaze and Patty jump in, take down Mikey. Paulson goes down, Gio falling as well. Banny getting a 2K, and Froyo is going to win this first mid and keep their medic alive.
The two scouts alive here for Jasmine T coming in, and they're both going to go down. Looks like Froyotech here with a very successful middle. Those two soldiers are kind of like throwaway soldiers in a way. They're going to be using those soldiers to jump in, create space, but they really rely heavily on Free State and Banny to stay alive there alongside their combo.
And Froyo already getting an opportunity to push last with an advantage. It's a matter of if they can execute. I'm confident in their abilities. They are a very strong team. They've been around forever. They're regrouping, getting the heals, and which way are they going to enter?
Yeah, you can already see this is a much different matchup than what Jasmine T is used to in their first two matches. Froyotech setting up towards the right side, getting ready for that push that Jasmine T likes to execute themselves.
Yeah, and they spot out the sentry gun, they take it down, they are looking for frags, but in fact they're getting the positioning on this right side. They're not getting the frags just yet. It could play in their disadvantage. They are slowly moving through this right side. They're getting the positioning, but they're losing players. Habib goes down, Free State goes down, and Patty falling next.
Yeah, and what a beautiful defense there by Jasmine T. I think Froyotech really struggled to get all their players into that fight there, as Patty was really the lone soldier fighting off against that sentry gun. By the time they rotated to the left side of the map, Jasmine T had that side completely dominated.
Yeah, and Mikey stayed alive in that transaction, going to have that Uber advantage, pushing into mid here. Blaze going in so deep, doing a lot of damage. Habib finishing off Yui, and that's going to halt their push for a moment here.
Yeah, Jasmine T a little bit apprehensive on the push. They didn't really commit to it. Mikey had Uber the entire time. He could have popped it off, but they didn't save their scout, and at that point they decided to back off and give Froyotech a chance to get their Uber.
And look at Froyotech being aggressive at an Uber disadvantage, takes down Paulson. That's a two-player advantage. Nursey's going to get her Uber, and this is just falling apart for Jasmine T.
Yeah, really nicely played here by Froyotech. They haven't even used their own Uber. You got to think about it this way. Jasmine T had every advantage going their way up until the point where they lost Yui. And then from there, it really fell apart for them. Froyotech picked them apart.
The only kill Jasmine T was able to get was Habib taking his own life from a roller. Banny's already on the point. Nice air shot onto the bombing Geo. And that's the first round for Froyotech, taking an early lead in this matchup.
You can already hear the crowd in the background clapping and cheering on Froyotech. I mean, this is a team that is a very formidable opponent. So Jasmine T here, they need to find a different type of mid here if they actually don't want to get wiped.
Yeah, and rolling out a little bit slower than Paulson here. I can hear myself in the background. Both demo men are trading sickies every which way. Paulson very aggressive. Everybody on Jasmine T piling across the point. Habib stumping the push for a second, but here comes the soldiers.
Yeah, this is looking like a much more even mid here for Jasmine T. They have one of their scouts here, Yui, on the high ground trying to pick Blaze down, as Blaze actually gets a kill on the other side with Free State picking up two more onto Zaka and Yui. And another mid victory here for Froyo. Very similar to that first mid where they lost both their soldiers, but they kept their main combo alive. They kept Nursey alive, most importantly. And they're going to be sort of readjusting here for that last push.
Yeah, Jasmine T trying to get across the point, but just completely denied by the spam of Habib. And they find themselves with a massive Uber advantage, pushing into second once again.
Zaka trying to push up here to Saw for a force onto Nursey, but Nursey is nowhere to be found. Clear behind that door, no rockets onto her. Froyotech are going to rotate now towards that left side, get in there with Blaze jumping in deep and creating that opening space. Banny pushing forward into the upper lobby with Batty, get that kill onto Geo, and this is looking like they want to roll that Uber into last.
Yep, Banny and the rest of Froyo taking control of this game early on. The Uber is in deep. Banny just opting to stand on the point with the rest of Jasmine T hightailing it out of there, and Froyotech using their aggression to their advantage. Somehow, someway, Jasmine T needs to slow them down.
I mean, it's not really any fault outside of just the mid-fights here. They need to make sure their medic, Mikey, stays alive. They're really struggling to do that when Blaze and Patty are both jumping into their team. They really need to go for a different mid strategy here, but you already see Paulson taking some stickies to the face and a little bit low.
Yeah, Blaze opting for the slow strat, but the other roamer going in deep, getting an early pick on Nursey. Blaze trying to trade it off onto Mikey. Free State finishes off that frag, and the reactive play from Froyotech is just not going to be enough.
No, it was a really nice play there by Paulson with the pain train to get Banny down at the end. But Zaka's bomb at the start of that mid, right on top of Nursey, gets that kill there. Now they still lose Mikey, but at least this time they have middle. This is an improvement from the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, and they're going to get a lot of time onto second. Habib jumping forward, trying to spam it out. Yui edging off the point a bit here, but giving his team a little bit of room in yard.
Yeah, no, he's making the right call here. There's no way he can capture second on his own, especially with all these Froyotech respawners coming back into the fight. But JT have their own coming back here as well. Zaka's got to be careful. He's getting headed off in Saw. There's a scout on top of him there. That's going to be Free State poking at him as he gets taken down at the window right at the tail end.
And they might, the trade frag. Yui actually just running forward, taking down Habib. Zaka gets a kill on Blaze in the flank area, and Jasmine T just out man-moding Froyotech right now.
Really good stuff coming out of Jasmine T. They get another kill here on Nursey as the Crits Creek comes in. That's a huge pick there by Paulson. Zaka jumping in as well. They're trying to secure the kills. They're all stacking towards the last point. Madness coming in at the end here for the 3v1, but Habib and Blaze have respawned. It's going to be a 3-on-3. Free State takes down Madness. A bomb in from Blaze. Damage onto both the Medic and Demo Man, and Froyotech are going to manage to just barely hold on after that Crits Creek coming in from Paulson.
Blaze taking Mikey out of the skies. Paulson doing everything he could with that Crits Creek, but the rest of his team was just fallen. Froyotech stabilizing here after JT coming out strong after losing 2 rounds.
That was a really nice play by, really nice call by Jasmine T to go for Crits Creek and catch them off guard. They really got that surprise kill into Nursey, but now Froyotech are right back full force here, and they're at a 40% Uber advantage, not to mention the fact that they've got a pick here on Zaka, who bombed it behind.
Yeah, Blaze doing a little bit of damage, bombing in, bombing back out. A lot of hurt Jasmine T players, and I think Froyo knows they want to get into mid. Free State leading the charge through lower. Following him up is Blaze and Patty. They haven't made it all the way through, but they're taking their time.
Well, Jasmine T is very scared of this Uber, and they're down Zaka, so they're going to have a hard time forcing. They just need to make sure they get out of here without losing too many players. Yui goes down Gio as well, and Mikey, he's on Crits Creek. They're backing away, but Nursey's pushing forward with the Uber. Yeah,
the scout's doing a lot of damage. Banny gets the kill onto Paulson. Can Mikey get out? I'm not sure where he is. He's building Uber. He is safe and sound, but Froyotech, the aggression is so strong. They take mid. They're taking the second point. Banny collecting another frag in the upper lobby.
Yeah, this is a problem here for JT. They don't have their demo man.
Drops Mikey. Banny still on the flank. Gets 2 more kills with Free State, and they're poised to win a 3rd round here.
I was telling you, man, like the scouts of Froyotech are just so strong. It's a lot for Jasmine T to deal with. Losing their medic there is critical. Now they're just going to be able to push in with heals. Froyotech are trying to get in to last.
Nursey at 50% Uber. They're peeking into last. They're looking for more picks, but I think they're just going to play the Uber advantage. Zaka is on spot.
Yeah, and they can just build up their Uber here, scout out where that sentry gun is coming in from. You do see a spy on Zaka. He's going to cloak in from underneath. Unspotted so far. Madness peeking in the upper lobby, trying to cause a bit of a distraction. Zaka poised at the backside ramp, but
the positioning of Nursey is just so good. Her back is against the wall facing her team. I don't know if Zaka's going to be able to get to her. And they're already in. He's so far behind. Here's the Froyotech Uber pushing this truck side area. They get a kill onto Zaka in the behind the enemy lines. Paulson's above the point, but Banny, again, they use their Uber to push the enemy team into their spawn and leave a scout's cab.
Yeah, this is an old strategy here that they're pulling out of the book, where you really just put that point pressure down. And even though JT are playing around that sentry and trying to kite the Uber away, they have to play the point. That puts them in a very tough position, especially now they're down 3-0.
Jasmine T did have a good mid-win last round, but they didn't secure it. They didn't secure the round. Can they do it this time around? Habib spamming some stickies across the point. Looks like Patty wants to skip across here. He hits a nice rocket onto Mike. Free State's cleaning up some frags of his own. Banny gets one. It is a player behind. I think it is Zaka.
Yeah, Blaze is waiting patiently for an arrow. Hops right back in here. Zaka trying to slow down mid with some spam rockets, but there is nothing that he can do capture or even stop middle. Looks like Froyotech have already rolled into 4. They've left Zaka for dead. They know that he is not a threat in this situation at all. They're already in the upper lobby.
Yeah, Mikey did live during that mid, so they do have Uber here if Froyotech wants to push it into last. Zaka is trying to get in, but is mulched by Free State and Vanny.
And Froyotech are definitely going to push off of this one. They like to move off of those one-man advantages, or at least go for a sacrifice play here. Keep an eye on Blaze. He might try and jump onto Mikey for a force, but so far they're playing slow.
Yui has been spotted out on Sniper here. He's looking for Nursey's head, but we have a bomber in right on top of Mikey. He forces the Uber. Mikey has a sliver of health. Nursey's sitting in the lobby just waiting for the Uber to expire, and they're going to push off of it.
Yeah, just a very clean two-man sacrifice. Very standard play there to get that force out of Mikey. They made it look so easy. Nursey's positioning here pretty good. They're going to play away from that battlements, and looks like Habib's trapped there, gets a kill on a scout to start things off, but they're going to need to wait for their respawners before they push.
And they're coming through the slower area with Habib and Patty and Vanny, and they get 2 kills. They're looking for the frags, and then they're going to get the point, and this is just so methodical from Froyotech. They are surely going to secure this round 4-0. Froyotech establishing their dominance against the top competition in this tournament.
They didn't even wait for the respawners. They just pushed 4 people in the last with that Uber, and they made it look so easy there. Up 4-0. Jasmine T were making those other 2 matches against 20B, and Meat Market look so clean, but Froyotech are doing the exact same thing to them.
When 2 teams that play very quickly go against each other, one of them is going to just come out on top, and Froyotech does not know how to slow down, and neither does Jasmine T, and it's just not working out for him. Jasmine T needs to slow Froyotech down somehow, some way, but it's not happening.
Yeah, Zaka is trying to get out of that situation, backs up into the saw, but Blaze is poking from behind, throwing rockets in. Here are the scouts to try and help out. That's Vanny and Free State pushing across. Free State taking down Yui with Madness dead as well. There's no scouts alive for Jasmine T. They're in a lot of trouble. Collapsing in onto the lower area is Free State getting 2 more kills and a 5th one there for Free State. What a piece.
Just completing the frag video mid for Free State. Froyotech wiping Jasmine T across the board. No Froyotech players died there. Leading Free State to cabin. It looks like they want to already push this into last.
That was my mistake. That was only a 4K for Free State, but only a 4 state should be good enough here for them to secure this round. They're already into last, trying to spawn camp.
And here it is. Nursey actually did drop there. I didn't see it, but she went down. Froyotech in on last, getting pot-shotted by Yui is Blaze, and Jasmine T halting the aggression for Froyotech. Froyotech getting a little cocky there.
Yeah, I was looking at the kill feed, and I missed that kill to Nursey.
Free State hitting the meat onto Zaka. Can he complete the frag? No, he can't. Zaka successfully defends the last point as the rest of his team caps off second. Mikey has the Uber advantage, pushing into mid here. 17 minutes left. They need 4 rounds.
It's actually a really good opportunity here for Jasmine T to get into middle. They just need to play around Mikey, who's so low right now, down to 12 health. And Zaka finishing off a Habib.
Yeah, Zaka is traded off. Blaze is getting taken down. No demo or roamer for Froyotech. Vanny is taken down as well. They're getting a little cocky here, I feel, son.
Yeah, Froyotech have to be a little bit careful they don't throw this round away, but they're trying to play with that back cap threat going on. They're trying to be behind and get cute, but Jasmine T are actually moving forward at a pretty good clip. Nursey 10 seconds away from her Uber. Jasmine T need to get in here quickly and take advantage of Vanny being dead.
Yeah, they need to push forward constantly here. There's 17 minutes left, but they have so many rounds to get and none to give. The Ubers are exchanged. Nursey's going to have a little bit of a shorter Uber to work with here. They're kind of in no man's land. Jasmine T is taking control of the area as the post-Uber fight goes on.
Yeah, and Froyotech are just committing every single body to this fight. Wow. Zaka in from behind, but a little bit too late. He kills Patty, but that's not going to be enough there. And what I'm seeing is a key difference between Froyotech and Jasmine T, that when Jasmine T have the number advantage or the Uber advantage, they're pushing, but they're pushing slowly. They're clearing every corner. They're taking their time. When Froyotech have the number advantage, they're just fully getting in there, getting their hands dirty, and it's working out for them.
Yeah, they were able to get out through their own lobby and still win that fight despite Jasmine T's positioning. And Nursey's going to have that Uber advantage to work with. And this is how Froyo plays. I wonder if they're going to slow it down, but Jasmine T is most definitely not.
See Froyotech now playing a very safe mid, trying to get their Uber in time. Habib goes down to Paulson's Kritzkrieg. Now they pop their Uber in return. They're trying to chase that lower side. Yui's going to get caught out here, but at least they get their medic out alive.
Yeah, it wasn't a Kritzkrieg. I'm not sure how he did a mini crit to Habib there, but Mikey is on Uber. He's charging it up. Free State capping off the point with Froyotech. Again, winning these even fights.
Okay, well, looks like Mikey here has Uber advantage, like you mentioned, and they should be looking for a push out soon.
And Free State again in that drop down area. He's already tried it once, not even 5 minutes ago. He's looking for another play. He is met by 2 players from Jasmine T and is taken down. So that's the opening pick that Jasmine T needs to get onto the second point. Nursey still doesn't have her Uber just yet. They're working their way through the upper lobby, taking a lot of damage from Habib. It looks like Blaze is just chilling, waiting for Mikey to get onto the point.
Nice Uber coming in from Jasmine T, but they haven't really gotten too much out of it yet. And here comes the collapse in from behind with Patty with that shotgun out, taking Mikey down. That is looking like it's going to seal the deal here for this round.
Yeah, I saw Blaze hang out on the battlements area. No one on Jasmine T spot him out. And just like that, Froyotech is re-pushing last once again and looking to close out this game. A lot of stickies on the left side of the point with both scouts capping it off. Everybody on Jasmine T is piling on. But Froyotech comes out on top 5-0. Another commanding victory here on the stream.
5 rounds in 15 and a half minutes. That is very fast, about 3 minutes per round. And like you mentioned, Kurt, with both teams playing quickly, those rounds are going to fade very quickly. But I mean, kind of expected a little bit more there from Jasmine T.
It really is interesting to see how some of these teams are desperate to change their play styles against certain teams, as we've seen the EVL kind of get slowed down by 7, and Froyotech not letting Jasmine T's aggression get to them. Froyotech just rolling on through anyway. It will be interesting to see how the rematches further down in this tournament go.
Yeah, I mean, for those top 4 teams that we've seen in this tournament, it's been looking very good, but Froyotech are coming out strong. But let's hand it over to the desk where Mike, Kaitis, and the boys, they're going to be reviewing that game.
Hello and welcome back. It is the boys here as we're having a look at, we just caught most of that match between Froyo and the JT boys. A lot of surprised reactions up here and downstairs. Same with you two. Were you surprised at, I guess not necessarily that Froyo won that match, but at the fact that it was a 5-0 result?
I actually, I'm going to interject you and interrupt you there, Kaitis.
Great.
Just quickly to say my point.
Yeah.
I actually am not too surprised. I was interested to see how this matchup would play out, but Froyo, I think that their controlled sort of play style, where everything is quite under wraps in a way, was actually going to be really detrimental to Jasmine T's play style. Like, they were going to sort of exploit a lot of the weaknesses that Jasmine T leave open, and that teams like 20B and Meat Market don't exploit, because obviously they're not at that sort of caliber. So yeah, I'm kind of not surprised. I mean, I was expecting them to at least take a round or two. You know, 5-0 is a bit of a whew.
Seems lopsided.
Yeah.
Did it feel that way to you, Kaitis?
Yeah, I mean, it turned out it was on Snake Order after all. There was a bit of confusion about that in the pre-game.
Right.
And with that in mind, I think that was a really bad call for Jasmine T. Because, like, sort of how Bren outlined, Froyo will punish you for, like, making mistakes. And on Snake Order, it's like, it really doesn't play to Jasmine's strengths, I don't think. Like, they're like a train that when it gets rolling, you can't really stop it. But Snake Order doesn't work like that. It's quite a slow map, and the team with the much better, like, kind of temperament, synergy, and, like, actual, like just control of the map in general, it plays to that a lot more. And, like, for Jasmine T, I think they'll probably look back on this and think they should have banned it and stuck with something like Badlands or not sort of Badlands, like a
Process, maybe.
yeah, like these sorts of maps. I mean, they banned as well as that. I think they banned Sunshine, which they should have banned. They should have banned Snake, I think, because these are the maps where you can play slow, or not necessarily play slow, but where you can really stifle a team that likes to play fast, as Kurt and Sin was saying.
Yeah, JT banned Process, Gully, and Sunshine.
Yeah, and I feel like of those, they should only ban probably Gully and Sunshine, and then Snake as well, because the others are just a lot easier to play. And Gully and Process is like, it's a bit of a toss-up. But
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I really feel like Snake is not the map where they should be playing a team like Froyo.
It's a little harder to run the train. We can have a look at the logs here and sort of have a look to see if anything kind of pops out to us. I mean, overall, one thing that was kind of strange to me, it doesn't really say a whole lot, but you know, you saw the match and you saw what happened, but Zaka, Geo, and Paulson all kind of held real low on kills, just not able to turn the frags. I mean, you can't put it on them necessarily. I mean, Madness and Yui just really struggling as well in terms of cleaning up the actual frags. What stands out, anything to you, Kaitis?
I think Madness stats is the thing that stands out the most to me, because he's the combo scout.
Depressing.
Some people might not be